Mortman, LaGreca, Mayor Bear, at Keep It 5-Star, and Mike Riker. We're practically sharing a locker room with Matt Seidel, which we do appreciate. Barging into your space. This guy has
Thanks
been
for having us.
quite hospitable. We appreciate it. And by the way, because we're letting you use your own locker room, you do have to come back on the show at some point in the next hour or so.
I get 10% of what you pay Elgin.
But yes, you heard the music. Former,
You guys, not from his country.
copy
All right,
that.
you got
Copy
it.
that. Former Ring of Honor World Champion. Great to have this man back in the fold. It's been a wild few months for him. Michael Elgin, we appreciate you joining us on the show here. We spoke to Tommaso Ciampa, and no love lost there. But I think he's looking at things almost as like, if I get past Elgin, then I'm on the fast track to a potential world championship match. I don't know how you see it right now. Where is your head at right now getting back in the mix with Ring of Honor?
I think tonight is really going to be a clear picture of where my head's at. And I think that Tommaso Ciampa is overlooking me. Because if the past tells any story, it's a story that Tommaso Ciampa can't beat Michael Elgin.
You got his number.
I absolutely do. And, I heard some choice words from him. And I took it to heart. And it really offended me. Because he said that, unlike me, he's worked for everything he has.
He did just say
Yeah,
that.
he did.
I really think that he doesn't realize what I've worked for and what I've accomplished. And I was at a point in my life where people never thought I'd make it, and I won the Ring of Honor World title. The only problem is I won it on Ring of Honor's terms. I believe that last time I was on this show, I was speaking what Ring of Honor wanted me to speak of. They wanted me to say things. And I was trying to fill shoes that you can't fill. The world has put everything on a pedestal in Ring of Honor, and you can't reach that pedestal. You have to make your own. And I was so focused on reaching that height that everybody has set. Now I'm ready to set a new bar for myself, and everybody else is going to have to follow that.
And that's refreshing to hear, because when you are champion, you are kind of like that company guy. You kind of have to toe that line, and I can tell that you're a different person now than what we talked to over the summer. But with your match tonight, does it feel like he sees you as just a small obstacle on his way to becoming champion?
I think if he sees me that way, it's ignorant of him.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've been in that ring in the past, and I really don't think he's ever pinned me. And I don't see tonight being any different. I think people have their thoughts of where my mind's at and what I'm all about. But you never know how things change. And I think they're going to get a clear picture, as I said before, tonight. And I think Tommaso Ciampa, well, he's got his hands full. And if I see it anyway, it's me beating him and me fast-track back to my world title.
Interesting. How do you look at Ring of Honor now versus when we spoke to you over the summer when you were champion? A lot of things have changed, and you had some difficulty, across the board. I mean, to a point where we thought you had stepped away. Now being back, is the mindset different, and what's the thought process when it comes to working once again for Ring of Honor?
I was ready to step away. But I realized that the issues I had and the problems that I saw Ring of Honor having, I couldn't make a difference if I wasn't here. When I say that I'm passionate about Ring of Honor, I'm passionate about wrestling, I mean that. But I think I see a Ring of Honor as something that other people's don't. And I think I need to make sure that they realize how I see Ring of Honor. And I'm focused to show people what I see Ring of Honor being and what I see myself being. And from now on, as I said, it's just not, I don't want to sit back and worry about the words that come out of my mouth. I don't want anybody to, sit there and say, you shouldn't have said that. You should say this. You shouldn't say this. You know what? I'm going to speak my mind. And people are either going to like it, love it, hate it, whatever they want to do with it. But I can't justify me not speaking my mind anymore. I've done it for so long, and you just get that stigma and that aura of being a certain way, and that's just not me. So I think being back is where I need to be right now. We've set our differences aside, and I think that now my mind's clear. I can really set my goals at a new standard, and as I said, that standard is what I want people to live up to, not the standard that's been set before that.
Did you need to step away in order to do that? Because I'm sure, as passionate as you are about pro wrestling, there's other facets of your life. So to get refocused on Ring of Honor and pro wrestling, did you need to take that break?
I was never not focused on professional wrestling. I did need to get refocused on Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
But as I said, I always loved Ring of Honor, and I see it I see it truly as something special, which I know, I've been giving it difficulties prior to tonight. But my eyes have opened a little bit. We're on live pay-per-view tonight. That's a big step for a professional wrestling company.
Sure.
And I remember, as I said, being a fan of Ring of Honor. And I think they're on to big things, and I think that they can be in the right direction, but I kind of think that maybe I have to help them take that right direction.
And I can understand that, too. I mean, I'm sure an eye-opening situation is getting stuck in Canada, and now you're, you can't even be at your wrestling school, which I believe is in St. Louis, Missouri. Yep. You're stuck away from, your family, your work family, and that must have been probably the most discouraging thing that you could possibly entertain.
Yeah, everything was it's kind of like everything crashed down at once. They say that when it rains, it pours, and it really does. I don't think people saw everything that I had to go through. You know what I mean? Difficulties at home because I was stuck. 2 days after I got stuck, my grandmother got put in the hospital, and I spent years of my life with her. Luckily, she's out now.
Thank God.
But this could be her last Christmas. She turns 93 in January, and she had that health scare. You just never know. So it really, everything came down. And I don't think people can realize how much I had to go through between, problems at home, problems with my grandmother at my family's house, money problems from losing students, spending extra money in Canada that I wouldn't have spent. I think people don't realize that. And I don't want to seem like I'm complaining. It just a lot came crashing down. And I realized that, sometimes when one thing happens and then things keep piling on, it brings up much more.
Yeah,
than
it's a
just
trickle
what's
down
happening
effect.
at the time,
And for Doug and I, when we're done with our show, we take the headphones off and we head back home to our families. How difficult is it for you? Because not only do you have your match tonight and you have to be focused on that, but also being away from your family. How do you put that aside once you enter into that ring?
I'm lucky enough that wrestling is my only job. I've worked very hard at it, and I'm fortunate. Don't get me wrong. I'm very happy that a company like Ring of Honor and the fans that support us have allowed me to make a living at this. So it's easy to put it aside because I know not only am I doing something I love, I'm doing something to provide for my family. And that's really important to me. I've grown older and more mature, and I think the most important thing in my world right now is my family. So this isn't just something I love and something I appreciate. It's something that I have to do to provide for them. So it's easy to kind of put it aside and really focus on what the task is at hand because to me, you don't get in anything in life not to be the best.
Sorry, Michael.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Last one for me, just because they're giving me the hook, so I apologize right off the bat.
Problem.
But what is Ciampa going to see in the ring from you tonight?
He's going to see the same thing he's seen every other time, and that's somebody that's dominant and like a force of nature taking you by storm. That's just me. I'm in your face. And that's never going to change. That's who I am.
The full arsenal, the full Elgin arsenal. Because we've talked to you about this before.
Maybe a couple new things. You never know. I might have something up my
You
sleeve.
have 100 moves. I mean, there's a big guy that can fly as well. So you never know what you're going to pull out.
Exactly.
I'm
excited.
This is the match, right? Right now, I am excited about Elgin Ciampa.
Well, Elgin defines pro wrestling. It's the one thing when you look at Elgin, you think of pro wrestling, and I think the fans are expecting that too. So the fact that he's got a couple of aces up his sleeve is even more exciting for tonight.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
We're looking forward to it. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.